Humans are an ingenious species. Though we have been on the planet for a relatively short amount of time, as Earth is 4.5 billion years old, modern Homo sapiens have dreamed up and created some amazing things. From the moment someone bashed a rock on the ground to make the first sharp-edged tool, to the debut of the wheels, to the development of Mars rovers and the internet, several key advancements stand out as particularly revolutionary. Here are our top picks for the most important inventions of all time, along with the science behind the inventions and how they came about. Number 1. The wheel. When we look back in history, the first inventions that changed the future of mankind was the invention of the wheel. Whether it's travel or the transportation of goods, the inventions of wheels made it much easier than ever before. Before the inventions of the wheel, humans were severely limited in how much stuff we could transport over land and how far. The wheel is often described as the most important inventions of all time. It had a fundamental impact on transportation and later on agriculture and industry. The wheel and axle combination was invented around 4500 BC. Soon, it became common for the wheels to turn around a fixed axle. Wheels with spokes, first made around 2000 BC, were lighter, enabling vehicles to move faster. Wheeled carts facilitated agriculture and commerce by enabling the transportation of goods to and from markets, as well as easing the burden of people traveling greater distance. Now, wheels are vital to our way of life, found in everything from clocks to vehicles to turbines. Number 2. The electricity. Electricity has become the basic needs for day-to-day life. It would be unfair to credit the innovations of electricity to one person, as the idea developed over the course of thousands of years. Thales of Miletus was the first to research the phenomenon, but Benjamin Franklin is generally regarded as an American Renaissance man who helped us get a better understanding of electricity. It is certainly impossible to overestimate the importance of electricity in human civilization. Other inventions such as the light bulb, battery, computers, toasters, and even coffee machines are the extensions of electricity potentials. We have arrived at a point where we can safely say that we can't live without electricity. With the rise in electricity usability, now it stands as a backbone of modern industrial society. Electricity is the greatest invention in history because it opened people up to the whole new world. Without power, the world would never be able to innovate. Also, as time goes on, people continue to expand these inventions and innovate it. It adds light to the world and is part of the solution to the modern problems. Also, without electricity, it would be impossible to communicate with the rest of the world, and the world as we know it would not be as advanced. Without electricity, transportation would still be by foot or horse, and cars or airplanes would not be in the picture. Electricity to this day is the most important inventions because it serves as the baseline for all inventions to come. Number 3. The telephone. Alexander Graham Bell was the first person to be awarded a right to the electric telephone in 1876. The invention quickly took off and revolutionized global business and communication. When Bell died on August 2, 1922, according to PBS, US telephone service stopped for a minute to honor him. In the past, when ideas were shared between individuals, if there was a distance between them, it would take a significant amount of time to correspond. Now, there is more efficient way to share ideas and collaborate. And globally, it has changed our expectations of receiving information at a quicker pace. This need for instant gratification is what led to further inventions such as radios, televisions, and computers. Number 4. The light bulb. When all you have is natural light, productivity is limited to daylight hours. Light bulbs changed the world by allowing us to be active at night. According to historians, 24 people were instrumental in inventing incandescent lamps throughout the 1800s. Thomas Edison is credited as the primary inventor because he created a completely functional lighting system, including a generator and wiring as well as the carbon filament bulb, like the one above in 1879. Before the inventions of the light bulb, people mainly used candles and gas lanterns for light when it was dark. Although people had this form of light, it was incredibly dim, so they had to have candles everywhere. Because there were so many candles, houses often could burn down. The light bulb also affected the economy by creating longer hours for the working class. Before, work stopped before the sun went down. After the light bulb was introduced, work could last much longer into the day. From these extra hours, more products could be produced, so it gave the economy a little boost. Now that people could use electricity instead of gas lanterns or candles, it significantly cut down on fires. Number 5. The Internet. It really needs no introduction. The global system of interconnected computer networks known as the Internet is used by billions of people worldwide. Countless people helped to develop it. But the person most often credited with its invention is the computer scientist Lawrence Roberts. In 1960s, a team of computer scientists working for the US Defense Department ARPA, Advanced Research Project Agency, built a communication network to connect the computers in the agency. Called ARPANET. It used a method of data transmission called packet switching, which Robert, a member of the team, developed based on prior work of the computer scientist. ARPANET was the predecessor of the Internet. The Internet has turned our existence upside down. It has revolutionized communication to the extent that it is now our preferred medium of everyday communication. In almost everything we do, we use the Internet. Ordering a pizza, buying a television, sharing a moment with friends, and even sending a picture over instant messaging. Before the Internet, if you wanted to keep up with the news, you had to walk down to the news stand when it opened in the morning and buy a local edition reporting what had happened the previous day. But today, a click or two is enough to read your local paper and any news source from anywhere in the world, updated up to the minute. Today, you can use the Internet to access libraries, encyclopedias, art galleries, news archives, and other information sources from anywhere in the world. This is Looniva Rajbhandari signing off. Please like and subscribe to InfusePicture.